We're live? Oh, we're live. How amazing that is. Hello, everyone. It's Anastasha Grace here with a weekly show, Twin Flames, Power Couples, Relationships, Soulmates. We are talking love, 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 love. How to attract love. What does it mean? What those things mean? And please let me know if you can see me, can hear me, and let me just share this so I can see and check that we are live. And yes, Deb, Tracy, Gerald, yes, beautiful. Hello, beautiful people. You can hear me. That's amazing. I'm so happy that you can hear me. We are going to talk today soulmates and 3 types of soulmates. Did you know that there are 3 types of soulmates? When you hear this information, you will be in shock. You will ask me, how is it possible that there are 3 types of soulmates? What? There are. And we will talk love, we will talk relationships, we will talk what does it require for you to attract that magical, incredible love, and not just keep it, but develop it into most beautiful, authentic, connected relationship in your life, and continue expanding and expanding in that love all of your life. How amazing would that be? Growing with the person. And exploring yourself with that one person, and exploring life with that one person. Isn't that what we all want? Isn't it that we want that deep connection, deep understanding, deep safety, but at the same time deep excitement and exhilaration of life and love, to be seen and to be nurtured, to be understood and to be supported, to be loved and to be respected. And believe it or not, it's all possible because we are created in duality of these 2 beautiful energies, masculine and the feminine. And that's what I mostly talk about, is those relationship of the masculine and the feminine, because they are like 2 polar opposites, attract to each other. And once they are attracted to each other, they connect and they create this explosion. They create this magic, magnificence, this orgasmic, powerful energy that creates the ripple effects and creates life around them. Relationships are important. If you are asking yourself, like, why do I need a relationship? Or maybe I'm not ready, or maybe, it has caused me so much trouble in the past. Well, it means that you still need to come through the healing. It means that you still need to come through the place of surrendering into the wisdom of life and finding your true self, finding your true calling, finding the voice of your soul, because the voice of your soul will bring you towards that person. And unfortunately, we can get lost in our fears, in our anxieties, in our expectations, and then we forget about the reason we come to this planet. And the reason we incarnate on this planet is to experience that divinity in merging with another human being. You might think that you have a purpose, or you might be asking yourself, why did I come here? Why did I reincarnate? If you believe in reincarnation, give me a heads up if you believe in reincarnations. I am a soul regressionist. I take people on the journey under deep hypnosis into the past lives and a life between lives, so they can actually experience for themselves what kind of soul they are, what kind of soul essence is behind our mind, behind our character, behind our identity, behind our ego, behind our persona. What is there underneath all of this, and how are we connected to the divine? So people get on that journey to discover where they're from, to discover who they truly are, and to discover why they come to the planet. And one of the reasons we do incarnate as souls, as indeed the soul that doesn't have a gender, to reincarnate on the planet that has a gender division, is to experience that unity again, coming back to the place of unity. And that's why the easiest, or this like the most delightful way to experience it, is merging with another person, coming into the union with another person. And for that reason, we are so preoccupied with the subject of the soulmates, or twin flames, or someone out there for us, or that one person. So let's talk about soulmates. Soulmates, you might know that we don't have just one soulmate. Soulmate is that connection that you feel that you know this person from somewhere from before. You have some kind of similarities. You have this, like, the same frequency. It's just you will meet some people and they just complete disconnect. Like, right, they will be vibrating like this, and you could be vibrating like that, and it's just this difference, that disconnection, kind of disturbing and uncomfortable. So you don't connect with those people. With soulmates, it's like the internal flow that is even hard to pinpoint, but it's so comfortable and safe with this person, and so much friendliness and excitement is developed in that relationship, and you find that, oh my God, it feels like I've known you forever, or I know you from somewhere else. Do I know you? Who are you? And soulmates, you can find soulmates within your family members. You can find soulmates within your friends, or in at work, amongst your colleagues, or you can travel to another country and find someone that you have this incredible match with, and you can ask yourself, why would I have this incredible connection or resonance with the person in Europe? I've never been there, or I'm here for the first time. What's going on? That could be potentially a soulmate connection. Nerissa is asking, what's the difference between soulmate and twin flame? So, as I was mentioning, you can have multiple soulmates throughout the lives. I am actually surrounded by soulmates. You will be surprised. It's so funny, and I do have ways of identifying them, and there are different ways to see where you have connections with people, through astrology, through the date of birth, also through their soul essence, and because I can identify what star seed that person is from. If we are from the same galaxy, or in a friendly galaxies, the star seed connection will also indicate to me that it's a soulmate. So my daughter is my soulmate, and we have been reincarnated before. I knew from the beginning that we have this incredible connection. It was extraordinary, and then when I started diving into her astrology and her a card, I have identified that we are actually really closely related, like we have been in the past lives before. And the way I have experienced that she's my soulmate is when she was born, we could stare into each other's eyes for ages. We literally would spend hours and hours with this baby gazing at each other. And sometimes, quite often actually, I would just lie next to her and I would fall into bliss, a complete, so this incredible feeling as if I was next to a Buddha or some kind of saint. That's how our frequencies are so aligned, and vibrations are so aligned. It was just so beautiful and healing to be next to her, and it still is. She's a teenager now. Like every touch, every hug, every interaction is just really soothing because that this beautiful soul connection. And I did a regression with her into past lives and previous lives, so I know that we have that. I have a ways to identify it. And twin flame connection is when it's considered to be a evolved soul split in two to find itself through incarnation, through the journey of incarnation. I haven't, in my explorations, I haven't found these, let me see. So there is a split, but it happens on such a high dimensional level in that it doesn't feel like a soul split. So twin flames is that soul that travels together through the explorations of time space continuum and rejoins. And when the rejoinment happens, this huge big expansion happens. So that's more of a love connection. So it's husband and wife, partners. It's not twin flames are not friends. It wouldn't be your family. So that's the union of. Again, I can only speak for the masculine and the feminine. So I do apologize if you have a different sexual orientation. I am not proficient in that. I can only speak about heterosexual relationships, because that's where that's where my teachings are coming from masculine and feminine dynamic and connection. So that soul coming back together as a union of the masculine and feminine. So that's the twin flame. And soulmates can be also your relationships. You can experience them as your soul connection. So let's talk about 3 types of soulmates. And just before we begin, I wanted to let you know that you will have an opportunity to win a session with me or Akashic Records reading, whichever you will prefer, whatever you choose for yourself. You can choose Akashic Records reading, or maybe a diagnostic session where you would like to know what is stopping you from finding that love of your life, or is this person out there for you? What is required from you to get closer to that place of attracting and magnetizing them into your life? What do you need to heal? So I will watch till the end. At the end, I will give you an opportunity to win a session. So I will be giving away 1 session. So over 70% of population believes in soulmates, right? It's a beautiful, how could I say? It's a beautiful belief, it's a beautiful story, it's a beautiful myth about having a soulmate out there. And there are no myths out there that don't have a substance behind them, right? If the myth is out there, it means something. So there is something in it. There is some kind of magic happening in it. And this everlasting love, romance, being understood, being nurtured, this happiness with this person, longing for that. It has its own reason why we are just needing it so much. With the 3 types of soulmates, as I mentioned, first type of the soulmate is a biological soulmate, and I bet you didn't expect that, because when in the word itself, soulmate, we would expect like, oh my god, this gotta be clean, this inkling from the soul. However, our biology, our physical presence, our energetics is, it's a strong field in its own. So we are animals and souls at the same time, and we are energetic beings as well as really physical in this world, in this plane, material beings as well. So obviously, just as you would have a soul connection with someone, something that is intangible, you can have a very strong biological connection, and you can actually have your biological soulmate. It is, however, a different level, where your body is attracted by your DNA, that physical, that animal, more of compatibility around values in life. This basic, tangible, physical values of this is where I want to live, this is what I want to have, this is kind of life I want to have, this kind of lifestyle, these are desires that I want. So it is very based around surviving, creating that life sustainability. Food, shelter, safety. It's about reproduction. So the body is connecting to the person who is the most compatible in regards to reproduction. What kind of family they are connected to. What's the family structure, or where they from, demographics. What being territorial, territorialism, and quality of life. So that is kind of first level of soulmates, and you might find that in a certain period of your time, your life, you could have been attracted to someone like that, and you have experienced this as a soul connection or as a soulmate connection, and you could have had that wild animal desire or connection, or it was just you felt like, yes, everything just falls into place. It's exactly how I wanted. This person wants exactly the same things. We have the same view of life. He does feel, or she does feel, like a soulmate to me. And for example, after a few years, you might have experienced that you don't have that connection anymore because you moved on to the next level. You have outgrown the biological, the physical, and you have moved on to the next level. Others saying hi, hello. If you have any questions, please do ask. Today we're talking about soulmates. I'm talking currently about 3 types of soulmates. And why is it important to understand is is that you attract exactly what you want to attract, right? Before attracting something into your life, you want to know what are you actually attracting and what is out there. Otherwise, you could be a magnet absolutely to anything. And you might end up in a situation of a princess kissing a frog and hoping for him to turn into the prince. However, if you know how the prince looks like, feels like, how to recognize them, how to attract them, you will attract exactly them. So that's what I would love for you, is to attract that love that you desire. Second type of soulmates is a growth soulmate, is an opposite or equal and uniquely compatible with you in accordance to your values and also in accordance to your human potential. The person that you feel like it's a perfect match for your journey of healing, growing, awakening, and you connect a lot on intellectual level, on an emotional level, on emotional intelligence level, on that human level. And you could be driven together for ongoing learning or ongoing healing, ongoing growing, looking for that freedom, looking for that internal freedom, discovering yourself, exploring each other, understanding each other better and better, and also being committed to that awakening, the journey of spiritual growth, awakening yourself as a human being and as a soul. So that you will experience that as a soul connection. Like, oh my God, this person wants exactly what I want. It feels like they are desiring what I desire. And they understand me, they give me an opportunity to go and explore, they support me in my growth, we grow together, we are interested in the same things, and we are so adventurous, we are not scared of trying new things because we are driven by growth. I have to say that was my main value when I was looking for my soulmate, when I was looking for my partner, when I was calling in my soulmate or twin flame, my true partner. Because in my first relationship, I have already went through this biological connection, biological soulmate. I kind of have already experienced that. We had an amazing lifestyle. We did have, when it comes to real life, acumen, real life wisdom, like running businesses together, being really good with keeping the household. It was a great connection. How it was just a biological and survival connection. There was very little growth in regards to the expansion of me as a human being growing, and also very little spirituality or spiritual growth that I started longing as years go by. So when I was ready again to attract my partner, the growth, ongoing learning, ongoing state of awakening was very important to me. And that's how I was filtering the people that were coming into my space. And I wasn't afraid to say no, and I knew exactly what I'm looking for. So it was very easy. And last time I shared, it took me 2 months from the point when I have decided and identified who I am calling in, who I am magnetizing, and then going through the process of opening my heart and removing my heart wall, emanating those waves of the heart, because they are the ones to actually attracting to us the love. It took me 2 months to attract my twin flame, my beautiful partner, my cosmic traveler, and the longer we are together and the longer we're doing different kind of journeys and discoveries, the more I understand the depth of our connection and how far back and how many lifetimes back it actually that connection has been created. So it's been an incredible journey, which brings me to a third types of soulmates, which is the highest expression on this planet, is transcendental purpose soulmates. Those are connections that much deeper, and they're lying in the realm of like that empathic connection, almost telepathic, where you connected through those really subtle vibrations of the soul, and you're driven by the same purpose, but by the goodness, by the divine. You're driven by the force far more bigger and more intense than you true. And then when you understand in that connection that it's way beyond your identity or your personality that you know yourself to be, and you can experience that transcendental moments of dissolvement of your ego, and surrendering yourself to that purpose and to that connection, which could be very confronting, that could be very disturbing. And that's what mostly people call a label as twin flame, because it's much bigger, much deeper. There is a beautiful book, I think Jeff Brown is the author, and called The Uncommon Bond, that describes of this couple meeting and be just being drawn to each other. However, they were not able to sustain it for too long. They were not able to survive together for far too long, because this incredible magnetism, that intense energy brings up all of your insecurities, all of your fears, all of your demands. And sometimes you find yourself being emotionally unstable or behaving like a child, demanding of your partner things that are completely unreasonable, and you don't know why you're doing that. And basically what happens is that inner child woundings come up, pushed up on the surface by that intense magnetic connection of the soul. So transcendental purpose soulmates come together for co-creative process, and they connect with each other across 7 chakras. They are connected not on just spiritual levels and in the mind, in the ability to see, envision, to understand in the third eye chakra, but also speaking powerfully, connecting through the voice, through communication, through clear, powerful, or non-suppressed or not filtered through the fear or worry communication. They are deeply connected in the heart, and feel that connection of the heart at all times. The power chakra both activated and powerful, without any kind of like suppression or breaking the boundaries. The boundaries are very clear, so it's really high to individuals in their power really coming together. sexual chakra is activated, and there's a connection as well as the base chakra connection with the earth, working with the elements, working with the primal energy as well as light energy. So that is a beautiful, really expansive connection that we are all longing for. However, it is not easy to, not easy to handle, because it's just your normal lives become secondary to that powerful connection. It's like putting the normal traditional ways of living on hold, while this connection becomes the primary purpose and your primary reason for existence. You definitely feel like it is much bigger than you. I just want to read you a few sentences from this book by Ken Wilber, who is a creator of spiral dynamics. He's got many books on spiral dynamics, and Ken wrote about meeting his soulmate, his partner, Treya. Love at first touch. We hadn't said 5 words to each other, and I could tell by the way she was looking at my shaved head that it definitely wasn't going to be the love at first sight. Almost everybody found Treya quite beautiful, but I really didn't even know her. But when I put my arm around her, I felt all separation and distance dissolve. There was some sort of merging, it seemed. It was as Treya and I had been together for a lifetime. This seemed very real and very obvious, but I didn't know quite what to make of it. Treya and I still hadn't even talked to each other, so neither of us knew the same thing was happening to another. I remember thinking, oh great, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm having some kind of weird mystical experience. And she says, to be touched like that, like he touched me, first through his words and what it showed of him, and then the soft depths of brown eyes, and then easily melting body to body. Something clearly happened there. I closed my eyes to try to censor it before words, but palpable, real, even mostly inexpressible. I felt my heart open. I trust him more than I trust the universe. That's the feeling, the experience of meeting someone who is beyond this reality for you, who is beyond understanding, beyond this world. It feels like a magical experience. It feels like the body just magnetizes itself to each other. Like your bodies just magnetize. Just a little bit, couple of words I want to say about soul versus ego. So to identify the soulmate, we need to understand what is soul and what is ego. So ego is the conditioned separate sense of self. So this is our identity. When we are born, we start discovering, and also not just discovering but shaping ourselves, or our surroundings shape us into some kind of a form. A child is born pretty much formless, without any sense of identity. And then slowly, it's a boy, it's John. John started walking at 2. That becomes part of the identity. John started reading at 4. That's a part of identity, because he started walking fast and started talking, reading fast. So he's intelligent. John, first in class. That's part of identity. So that identity starts to develop, and the ego is built on the separation. This is me, this is you, and quite often carries negative emotions or processes those emotions, experiences things like pride, complaint, jealousy, resentment, feeling more powerful than others, better than others. There is a comparison going on. Ego is complex. It's thriving on self-importance, on acknowledgement, on recognition, where the soul is unconditioned relational self. It's part of us that is much wider, much bigger, and doesn't have those rigid boundaries. It just merges with the environment outside of us. It easily connects to the nature, easily connects to the sound, to the frequency, to the light, to other people. It's all about unity and understanding, friendliness, humility, feeling grateful. The spirituality, sympathy and empathy. It's all about peace and being in that peacefulness, in wisdom, in calmness. It's much more tolerant and thrives on generosity and simplicity and connection, and all about creation and expanding. So those are the aspects of our soul. So when you feel that you have met someone who activates that part of you, you can, you can make a note for yourself. You can definitely notice that. How this person awakens those soul qualities in you and those soul connections, and how different you feel with some people versus other people. So let me ask you a question. What kind of soulmate are you ready for? Ask yourself, because this is important. Is it before you start attracting someone into your life, you need to understand where you are and what are you ready for. There is no need to be longing for a transcendental connection if you feel that your biological desires haven't been filled, or you might miss out on biological and physical connection if you just only move into transcendental purpose. And it's absolutely fine, and it's absolutely okay to be connected with the person that you are ready for. The romance or soul connections are glamorized a lot. However, on this planet we exist in multiple realms, and each of them is important, and it's okay to be where you are, and it's okay to be who you are, and to be ready for whatever you're ready for. So if you are ready for biological, strive for that and magnetize that into your life. It's good to know what else is available out there, what other connections are available out there, like growth focused or transcendental, which transcendental might lead to complete disconnection from the physical real life. You might become involved in this deep purpose of, say, healing and or saving animals, or traveling around India and on your spiritual journey, or as two of you discovering yourself. And in such case, you just the physical kind of normal life work, basic things might not be as important to you anymore. So it's good to be realistic about where you're at and what would you like to attract into your life. What are your realistic desires and expectations in your soulmate? What are you willing to bring into the relationship? Where are you at yourself? Basically, if you're calling in someone, you need to remember that the person you will call in are going to be mirror of you, and whatever you haven't dealt with in your life, say around forgiveness or around money or self-worth or self-doubt, self-expression or sabotaging patterns, whatever there be, they will mirror it back to you. You will see everything you would need to work through when you attract your soulmate, whichever type of soulmate you want to attract. So ask yourself, what are you willing to bring into the relationship, because that's exactly what you will receive in return. It's pointless to dream about absolutely everything and only be ready to receive. It is an exchange. It's in our life, it's always an exchange of energy. How much you're willing to give, how much you're willing to show yourself, how much you're willing to open up yourself to that partner, to the world, how much you're willing to connect and go deep in the intimacy, which might bring up, the fear of engulfment or fear of abandonment or fear of rejection. So working through that is a process of growth, of spiritual growth in its own. Ask yourself, how will you feel when your desires are met? Just imagine yourself meeting that person that you're longing for, and ask yourself, and then what? Do you have a further picture, or is that where everything ends? Is that where happily ever after starts, like in Hollywood movies, and there is no really continuation, and you're not actually ready to keep investing yourself and keep putting the energy into the relationship, because that's something will be required of you. It's a must. It's once you meet the person, the journey only begins. It doesn't end there. We think, and lots of people actually share that with me, my clients that want to attract attract a partner, they really don't see anything beyond the fact of meeting them. The fantasy or desire stops at the place, okay, so I meet them, and that's it, and it means that everything is great. Start creating those visions of the future for both of you. How will your life be when you are in a couple? How you will continue growing together? How your life will be? What you are going to explore together? Where are you going to go? What are those mutual dreams and desires and visions that you're going to have? Do you want to have a house or multiple? You want to live in one place or in multiple places? Do you want to travel? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to expand your career and you want to work together or not? So keep unraveling that vision of your union. Do not stop just there, like I meet them and that's it. how to get to the place of attracting your soulmates, how to be inviting in your energy. What does it involve? What does it require from you? What is this place? So the first step is to become ready physically, emotionally, spiritually, even financially, because that's your physical world, right? It's a physical realm. Get ready so you're not placing it all on hold while you're waiting for the soulmate or while you're attracting. Make sure that part of your life is getting sorted, it's prepared. It's that preparation period, right? Make sure you have done your healing journey, you have done your uncoupling, you have tied those loose ends if you have from previous relationships. If someone's still from your past, your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend are still texting you and they're still keeping you on a leash, or you are keeping them on this energetic bond, then you're not actually leaving a space for a new person to come in. It feels safer, it feels fun to have someone kind of on the leash in there and available, but it's really shows that you are not ready, that you haven't done your work where you all come back to yourself, come back to your wholeness again, because only from that place of wholeness and connection with yourself you can expand and connect with another being, with your soulmate or twin flame. Have a good understanding of your values, of your vision of the future. Where are you going to? Where are you heading? So you can meet that person on your path. If you are heading this way, what's the point of looking for a soulmate over here, or like on this path, on this journey? Whatever your life situation is, basically, relationship. What's important for a relationship is proximity and connection, in intimacy, so relatability to each other, right? So proximity is important. If you're planning to spend next 10-15 years overseas working or traveling, that's your path, and that's the path where you need to be looking for the soulmate, or engaging your energy, your magnetism, you're emanating in that direction, not in here. Make sure you actually allocate time for space and space for dating and meeting people and interaction, because sometimes attracting a partner into your life requires an extensive selection process. It's just going through more people to pick the one to identify which person is yours. It all depends on your own personal strategy. For me, that's how my choosing process happening. I need to kind of see every option, or like go through many options, and then that's how I understand that this is my choice. This is that's what resonates with me. But I wouldn't know until I've tried or tested out, or connected through few people. That's my own personal selection process. Yours could be different. You could be zeroing in onto the person straight away. It's almost like when we go shopping, right? What is your strategy? You straight away, you see, you identify, and all you need to do is just go and get it. And once you see, you will know. Or do you need to actually go through experiences again and again and again? And also just be open and be welcoming. No, there is no need to be shut down and saving yourself for that one, or being defensive when you are on a journey of attracting, magnetizing your partner. From that openness, from that exchange, from that emanation, that's where your aliveness increases, if anything. So just a couple of before I finish today, I will leave you with these few questions. If you are looking to attract a partner, just think of those so you can record them, you can write them down. So what kind of soulmates you are attracting, you're seeking, you're looking for? What do you need right now? Is it biological? Is it growth purpose? Is it transcendental purpose? What are 3 more qualities that are most valuable to you? What are the 3 values that are essential for you right now in your life? It could be, for example, money, or it could be family, or it could be growth, as we have discussed. That could be your value, the most important value right now. So you need to have those clarified. You need to know them, so your selection and process and attraction process becomes really, really easy. Is your dating style, or maybe profile, is it clear? Like, do you send out mixed signals, or you're actually very clear on what you're looking for and who you're attracting, and what are you going to settle for, which you are not going to settle for? Because any kind of like uncertainty or wobbliness, or the mixed standards, like adjusting yourself to the situation when it comes to dating and attracting a partner, washes out your energy of intention, your laser focused signal. Imagine that if you are looking to attract someone, it's like energetic signal, right? Through the time-space continuum, through all this energetic field that between me and you right now, between you and your partner, you're sending this signal that comes from your heart, that comes from your mind, that comes from your body, from your electrical being that you are. And when you know who are you looking for, it becomes more laser focused and with more intent. The more uncertain you are, going like, oh well, I guess I could date this guy too, or I guess I can. I mean, yeah, that's fine as long as they like me. I don't mind who I'm gonna go out with. The more uncertainty and you bring into it removes the strength of your signal. It removes your magnetism. It just becomes wishy-washy and becomes like whatever, rather than being very defined in your search. Also ask yourself, what do you need to improve to find your soulmate, or to invite them, to magnetize them, to call them in? What is it that you still need to improve in yourself? Where do you think there is still an obstacle within you, or within your thinking, within your life, within your field, that is still in the way? I can give you an example. My good friend, he really wants a partner. At the same time, she has a big project on her hand, and every time she said, well, I gotta finish that first. I have to finish that first. It's been going on for a year. And when I finish this, then I will have time, space, and then I will focus on attracting the partner. So no matter how much she actually wants it or how much she longs for it, she's not attracting it because there is an obstacle, and it's quite substantial one. It's physical, it's financial, and it's also in her mind, and it's also in her field, in her determination. It's like, no, I have to deal with this project first. So obviously, no matter how much, say, I work with her to attract the partner, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work until she's done with the obstacle. Okay, amazing. It's been an hour. So as I promised in the beginning, you do have a chance to win a session with me. It's either, all you need to do is just whoever messages first, comments first, that they want to have a session, that they need it and they're interested, I will take that person and I will contact you, or you contact me. We'll get in touch and we'll jump on a call and arrange a time where you will receive either an Akashic Records reading or diagnostic session where I can test into you, into your field, into your unconscious mind, to identify what is actually holding you back from having that incredible, magnificent relationship. What is it that maybe stopping you, or maybe you are in a relationship right now and you just need to understand what's going on there, like what needs fixing, what needs to be improved. I think Nitika is that the desire to have a session? Is that, are you the person who needs it right now the most? And Azra, beautiful. So we have a contender here. I will contact you, Azra. Beautiful. I will contact you and we'll arrange a time. And you obviously the person who needs that and will benefit from it. It's always a divine. Always divine guidance and always divine timing. When a person needs a reading, needs a session, and it usually comes through, right? Are you psychic? I am an Akashic Records practitioner, so I'm a channeler. I do spiritual channelings for people, as well as I work with the unconscious mind and traumas, woundings, to heal what is in our psyche, what is in our emotional body we're still holding, or in the inner child. Sometimes I do, shadow work with people to release that part of us and heal that part of us, so the divine self will come out, and you are more guided by your soul, by your spirit, by your light, and you're more in alignment and more integrated with your soul mission and purpose. It's a magical place to be. When you shed off your struggles, survival, and past wounds. Unfortunately, none of us come out of our childhood and young years without any kind of baggage or any kind of woundings. We absolutely all carry that, and the sooner we release that, the sooner we let it go, the more beautiful life unfolds for us, and more opportunities there are, and much easier it is to manifest, much easier it is to magnetize, to create in your life, Just because your vibration becomes lighter, your guidance becomes stronger, your inner knowing becomes stronger. And I'm sure you do know that you are a powerful, beautiful being. You are more than just a physical body, or you are more than just your mind, your ideas, your thoughts. There is incredible, beautiful, powerful force behind you, in that connection that always exists in you, with you, around you. Like, I have 7 guides. I have 7 people just standing right around me, right behind me at the moment. So when you are connected in such way, you always feel safe, you always feel protected, you always feel okay, no matter how shaky this ground becomes, or this reality, or this world, the economy, whatever life throws at you. If you are connected to your heart and soul, and guidance to you, in your inner compass is switched on, your third eye is activated, you're very safe. It's a beautiful way to be, and beautiful way to live your life. And from that place, it's so much easier to attract that beautiful twin flame, your partner, your divine partner, that is out there. That is out there for you to support, so you can activate yourself even more on a different level. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for watching. I love you all, and I will see you at the same time in 1 week time. It's been a pleasure. Anastasha Grace here. If you want to get in touch with me, it's Anastasha Grace Coaching on Facebook, anastashagrace.com. On my website, you can find me on Instagram as well. And yeah, please feel free to ask me any questions, and we'll see you next week. Bye.